يلا محكين لك. وين انت؟ يلا تفضلوا. Welcome. All right. I was searching for a Sufi, Muslim mystic that I could build a partnership and a friendship with. And I was at a conference of the Elijah Interfaith School in Jerusalem, and I saw this humble Sufi sheikh sitting on a panel, and his name was Sheikh Abdul Aziz Bukhari. This was in the year 1999, and I went up and introduced myself to him. But the bond between us didn't really begin till we were invited by the UNESCO, the United Nations UNESCO program, to a conference in Uzbekistan, in Tashkent and in Bukhara. And the conference was about the role of Sufism in interreligious dialogue and peacemaking, something like that. So we started to hang out when we were in Uzbekistan together.
After we finished our conference in Uzbekistan, and especially in Bukhara, we went to the tomb of Imam Bukhari, and we did prayer over there.
It felt like Imam Bukhari himself gave us his blessing. There was a feeling of light and harmony and connection that swept over us when we led that prayer. And from that moment forward, we've been working together.
The Imam Bukhari blessed us, and he binded us. I know many rabbis, I work with many rabbis, I have a good relationship with many rabbis, but I end up working with Eliyahu more than anybody else, and I think because of the blessing of the Imam Bukhari. From that day we start working together, and we form Jerusalem Peacemakers, and we work to bring the children of Abraham together for learning about the others.
Part of what we are in Jerusalem Peacemakers are spiritual peacemakers. אנחנו רצינו גם לעשות תפילה מעבד ביחד ביתنا באול סלי אל סלام inshallah מעבד.
We believe in to empower people. For some family, when there are a large number of family, when they are like 10, 15 people in the family, we buy them 3 goats, and they milk the 3 goats and they sell the milk. But the second year, the 3 goats become 6 goats, and the following year the 6 will become 12. Then we take 3, we give it to another family, and we roll like this.
The first event that we organized was at the place called Nebi Musa, the tomb of the Prophet Moses near Jericho, at an Islamic holy place in the desert with over 150 people, West Bank Palestinians from Jericho and Ramallah, Israeli religious Jews, secular. And we had a prayer circle. He and I led this circle and organized it and got all those people together. We saw that there was some kind of spirit of cooperation, that it was almost from a higher place, that was beyond what Eliyahu could do on his own and beyond what Sheikh Bukhari could do on his own.
And what makes us so different, because if I go as a Muslim and I say blah blah blah, I want peace, I want this, I want this, they said, of course every Arab will say that. And if Eliyahu went by himself and he said, I'm a Jew, we want peace and we want that, of course they're going to say, everybody's going to say the same. But when they see us together, that's the proof. That's the reality. That's the real things that they see Arabs and Jews together talking about the same message with the same feeling. That's we all seeking for peace. And that's what makes us so strong. And that's what makes us so effective.
When I'm able to bring right-wing skeptics and friends who have never met an Arab or Muslim or Palestinian and bring the Sheikh to my house for Shabbat dinner, or to bring them into his center in the old city, Sheikh Bukhari in a certain way is a portal way for many Israeli people who have never met a Muslim and a religious Muslim. He is a portal way to experience the Muslim, the Arab, the Palestinian. And he's so sweet and he's so likable that something shifts in them and their heart can open, and they see by the love and friendship that we have between us an example on a small scale of the peace that we're talking about and trying to manifest on a large scale.
If he starts saying salam, shalom, nobody will, what he's talking about. But when they see me and him say salam, shalom, it's the same meaning and coming from both hearts.
I have a deep friendship and a solidity within the Jewish community and show that I'm proud to be Jewish. I'm not giving up my Jewish heritage or trying to cut off my roots, but that I'm proud that I was able to move to Israel and make Aliyah. So I have all the cards to have legitimacy within my Jewish community. So then I can then bring in my more right-wing and skeptical community and chevre and circle of friends to a space to be able to meet the Palestinians that I'm building trust with on another side. For me, these are all dualities, and we're trying to get to the deeper lying wisdom, which is the Middle Eastern peace wisdom, the wisdom that emerges from this land and from the people of this land, of how to connect and to unify them beyond the political opposites.
Although we live in the same country, neighbors next to each other, but we don't have that relationship. We don't talk to each other. So we bring Arabs and Jews in meetings and we let them talk to each other, get to know each other, building that trust that we all are equal in this world. And you can't judge somebody by his religion or by his title. You have to judge him for his own personality. If the person is good, that doesn't mean because he is none from your religion that he is a bad person.
A lot of times, a lot of people on all different sides throw things at people based on, for sometimes it's the international human rights language. And that won't reach the settlers or the religious Jews or the simple shopkeepers and falafel vendors in Jerusalem. Or if I speak to a Palestinian, showing my understanding of the Quran and quoting verses of the Quran and quoting their concepts and stuff, that makes a big difference in being able to help build a bridge on another side. So then when I create an event and a space to bring the two together, I'm constantly keeping an eye on whoever is in the room and whoever is there, and I'm always making sure that person's view is somehow represented in the space and the circle. Welcome everybody, Bruchim Habaim, Ahlan wa Sahlan Il Beiti. Welcome. It is not every day that we have this unique gathering of religious Jews and Christians and Muslims and Israelis and Palestinians celebrating and honoring each other's holy days, breaking down the walls of fear towards building a shared future for all of us, children of Abraham. And we have a very special gathering with some very special people here. We have a lot of special teachers and friends from many parts of the world.
My Christmas message that God wants to take our hearts of stone, to take your mind, heart of stone, and to change it to heart of flesh, to heart that loves.
This is not about good versus evil. This is about the arithmetic of building the hearts together.
What is more important, a man, a soul, or a stone? So a soul is much more important than a stone. So why are we fighting over stones and killing souls in order to keep stones?